Well, hello there everyone. It's Huey back for another episode of Space Engineers in our crashed red ship on the moon with Pirates World. And the last episode, you gotta hit the control one there, Huey, and the tab button. In the last episode, we tweaked the Purple Wasp. That's the name of our transport ship now. So we tweaked it a bit, removed the solar panel, so I think it gives it a much better look, and then the sectoid kind of look. I really like that. So it's still a very chunky ship, but it is a transporter, so yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. I was just thinking one more thing I could do with this is put some like half armored slopes along the back here, and I think that would be, yeah, that would look quite good. So I'm going to try that out now. And the other thing I hope to do in this episode is to do some ice mining and clean up the rest of the salvage. So hopefully get that done at some point. Let's have a look. So if I do this, and then with the final one I put a pointy bit on the end, I think it's going to look rather nice. So we got 6. Yes, that's going to look quite good. So we've got some little quote-unquote wings that look aerodynamic, a little bit aerodynamic anyway, but aren't really. There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. I quite like that. And that way we can, if we want to, we can put some little flashing lights on here. In fact, I might do that now. Why not? So we need some construction components for this. That should be more than enough. And a little tip. Okay, so go into the menu. So a little tip is, before you complete building them, you can either group them or you can just adjust them as you go. So if I put one on the end here, or maybe just a standard light, could use a combination. Let's turn it that way. I think that will look good. So put one on the tip, and let's see. I'm gonna put any on the wings. Yeah, put some at the back here. Maybe at the back. Yep, that'll be fine right there. And what was that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was 3. And one right there. Okay, and maybe one on the front somewhere. I'd have to put it right underneath, which I don't know if I'd have to lift off to do that. So these will be our navigation lights. Oh, I know. Could fit one right under there. I'm going to have to get a bit closer though to have a proper look. That's 3 across, so that'll be perfect. So we'll put one there. Alright, so 4 navigation lights. Should be more than enough. So we hop into our cockpit, and there's a couple of ways you can look for it. You can either go light, or look for anything that's incomplete. And then I want to have a really good radius on them. Don't know about, yeah, I won't adjust the intensity or anything like that. So a good blink interval is usually about 3 seconds. So we'll go 3 seconds. Come on. Here. Sometimes an easy way to do it is just use your arrow key. So go 3 seconds, 10% blink length, it's fine. And we want to change our colour. So I like the blue lights. But you don't want to go completely blue. You want to give it a little bit of a lighter hue. So usually about 100. If you turn up your green to about 100, and that's normally going to be okay. Alright, so now we've done that, we hop back out and we can finish welding those up. So we'll start with the tail light, see what that looks like. As you can see, it's a really nice length. Like it's much like the actual navigation lights. The length they blink for, the gap between them. So as I say, 3 seconds is normally good. The default blink time is usually looks pretty rubbish. It does this blink, 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 blink. No, I like the 3 second intervals. Yeah. Maybe actually, the wingtips might have been better. Well, when I say tips, the edges. But that's fine. We'll keep it as is. Honestly though, no, they look kind of rubbish there, don't they? We're just going to get rid of these. 2 will do. 2 navigation lights. 1 at the front, 1 at the back. More than adequate. So flip around, weld this one up, and then we've got one underneath at the front. So there are our little navigation lights done, and they look kind of sexy. So I think we're pretty much done with this ship. This might be ready for blueprint and upload. Anything else, like little signs and stuff, you know, I could do that later. And people could tailor it if they wanted to have a bit of a fly around with it. So, yeah, but I won't blueprint it just now. We'll wait until we head off and gather some ice, and I'll take a blueprint while we're out there. Okay, so next, just going to keep continue with breaking at least this down. So clean up around my base a bit. We're just about full, so let's go put these away. Straight in the container. So we're going to have a ton of thruster components, like a ridiculous amount. So I think my next ship should be an ion ship, honestly. But to do that, I'm going to need... It makes sense to get a decent supply of uranium. So that's what I'm hoping to go out and find at a later point. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of these. And the last piece. Yep, there we go. More presents. Alright, and should I go over? Probably should go clean the mining carriage up. Yeah, I think I will. I think that's a good idea. And it's usually a good idea just to get any extra objects out of the world. I mean, this one is quite populated as it is, so being the easy start map. Just a reminder, I didn't start with the easy start base, we just started with the crashed red ship. I think the first thing I'm going to pick up is this magnesium. Now, there definitely wasn't anything else around here that I could see. So getting some magnesium for free, even though we could go and mine it. That leaves a tiny little tiny little portion of magnesium. We're over this way. Okay. Now, you'll notice on my hydrogen bar there, it's got the little bottle above it. It'll notify you when your bottle's empty, when that bottle disappears. Even though you've got a bottle on you, it will show, it'll show this as 0, and then your bottle will actually disappear on your hydrogen bar, so you should know when your spare bottle runs out. It's a handy little little icon to keep an eye on. So flying back over. Where was that little rock? There you are. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. 151. Okay. So, should probably start with the harder stuff to grind down. I did clean you out, didn't I? Yes, I did. But since we've already started stripping down this antenna, there we go. That was easy. Back over we go. So just nice and easy, just double click them all in there. I can sort those out later. And you could always set up a multiple container system with conveyor sorters, but I've seen some really good ones. I've seen some horrible ones too, where they've done it incorrectly, and it just keeps cycling stuff through your inventory system, which some people don't mind. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll have to pick those up when we come back. Yeah, so you just saw there the problems with the elite grinders. Fortunately, we didn't grind those spare parts. But yeah, as I was saying, some conveyor sorter systems are just horrible to deal with, and they can put a real strain on your PC with doing, on your CPU with doing constant calculations. So, not something I would advise, personally. But each to their own. If you don't mind that sort of thing, and you've got a and you've got fairly large cores on your CPU. You know, anything upwards of about 3.5 to 4 gigahertz. And your PC should be able to handle it. I won't say be able to handle it fine, but it should be able to handle it. Oh, hello. How much are you? 336. I'll pick it up. Let's get these steel tubes first. And the steel plates. 40. Oh my god. Let's pick those up first, yeah. So we don't need that many radio components, but they will come in handy at some point. Especially when we start thinking about building either a large ship or a large mobile base even. Which is something I was toying with to begin with, actually. A large mobile base, but then I thought, no, it's fine, we'll just build a static one for now. So getting low on energy, so we can probably do one more run, then we'll have to top up again. Back we go. Cleaning up the mess. They come to this beautiful moon and create all that mess. How dare they? Alright, let's pick these up. I'm not going to be able to get all that, all those steel tubes, so I'm going to pick up these pieces of scrap metal and any others that might be around. No. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think trash cleanup's been busy again. Alright, well, we'll pick up a couple of steel tubes then. Inventory full. I'll rush back, dump these, get a bit of an energy top up. There we go. And we're back. Pop these down. I'll pop these in, I should say. And the container's not even close to full, so... And yet we've got all these parts. Now, what I'm likely to forget is to turn these thrusters back on, so I'm going to do it now. There we go. That'll do. Oh, we're in 91. Okay, well, go over here. There we go. Good, good. Heading back. These steel tubes are killing me. Large steel tubes. I could have turned the inventory size up, but I frequent the, not so much the Keen forums, but I do frequent the Steam forums. And then the amount of people that whine about, oh, you're a cheater because you use ×10 inventory or ×5 or whatever. So I thought, look, I'm not going to use realistic because it's too slow and painful. I mean, some people like that, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I love realism, I love immersion, but there is a point where it becomes ridiculous. What that point is, of course, is totally subjective, but I personally just find it a little bit too ridiculous. Which way were we? That way. Goddamn colour blindness. So heading back over, getting some more stuff, more presents. Now, could I have flown the ship over here? Probably, but then I want to burn through a bit of ice, and I kind of want to save that, at least until we can get over to the pole and start loading that up. There we go, we got the rest of those. Next we'll do the container. Then we'll do the door. because they take so long. And I guess we can start on the... Yeah, now we're full. So yeah, taking that very easy. I didn't want parts spewing out everywhere again. So that should be pretty much all the hard part. So we've just got that control station or the flight seat to grind down, and the rest is armor blocks. And then we can delete that GPS marker. More goodies. So yeah, as a tip, if for those of you who are starting out and do want to play on the easy start with that comes with the base, the full base, you're normally within range of drones being sent out. I would highly advise turning all the ranges of your turrets up to maximum, because that will minimize the damage that you take when they come into attack. And you've got a good likelihood of taking them out before they even get anywhere near you. There's something Keen hasn't gone and changed on us yet. What's that? Oh, it's just a little... But don't be surprised if they go and change that as well. So take advantage of it while you can. The fact that the default range is about 600 meters. Used to be 500 for missile turrets, now they've upped that to 600, I noticed. But yeah, get your ranges turned up. Sometimes with the missile turrets it can be a bit wasteful, particularly against other players, because if you start firing further out, because the missiles travel slower, you can miss more than you hit. However, with that said, the AI tends to be a little bit stupid, so they'll just sit there and take it. So they'll come in, and they'll come in quite slowly. So the chances of you missing, even with a missile turret, is quite small. Against other players, though, it's a little different. So if you're playing against other players, you probably want to keep at least your missile turrets down to the default range. So this way. And this should be the last of it. Trash removal got it. Well, I'll be fucked. Trash removal took it away. Oh no. Oh well, there was only Oh, I left this though. There's only a couple of armor blocks, that's fine. Wow. Well, okay then. So you take your complicated parts off. If it's just armor blocks, trash removal will get it for you, whether you want it to or not. So with that being said, I think I should turn the range up. Yes, I think I should. Because what I don't really want is for that to get deleted. That's a lot of steel plates right there. So while we do this, we'll hop into our ship. We only got 71% fuel. Jeez. We might have to do a manual run. Okay. But if we hit Alt F10, this will bring up your, if you're a host of a game, that is, or have been made full admin, you'd use your admin tools. But what I want to do is go to the trash removal. You can see I don't have my admin tools on because I don't like to cheat, and I'd already turned it up to 1,000 meters. So what I'm going to do is This might be risky, but I'm going to turn it up to 5,000. Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, with blocks less than 20, 5,000, yeah, that should be fine. Literally moving, stationary. Delete offline character after 15 minutes. We're going to disable this. And that way, if friends join me, they can just pick up where they left off. Accelerating, linearly moving, powered, controlled. Alright. So we'll submit changes, that should be fine. And now we can continue on with some ice mining. So we'll go over, grab some ice. That was 7 kilometers over that way, wasn't it? Is it this way? Yes, this way. So grab some ice, and I think that one load of ice gives us about 9% if memory serves. So I probably want to do 2 loads, and that'll give us enough to at least fill the tank. But then I want to fly over here and get some reserves. I've already done this how many times? That is the problem with hydrogen. The bonus is it can go anywhere, but can be a bit of an issue. So it's all the more reason for us to get a mining ship done. Yeah, no, you're probably thinking, look, you should have done that in the first place, but I am tired of always having to build a mining ship first. Do you know how many... As I said, I've got over 3,000 hours in this game. Can you imagine how many times I've done it that way? But yes, for generally speaking, a mining ship first is a good idea. But if you've got the resources like you do with the crashed red ship scenario, you don't have to go straight for a mining ship straight up. You can if you want. Oh, and there's magnesium here too. More magnesium. Hello. So that's this one. So we found magnesium as well. And that is probably largely thanks to the fact that we've come over here with an elite drill, and its range is a little higher, so you can see it's 48.9. So I've got a 50 meter range on this thing, which kind of makes your ore detectors a little redundant, but yeah, we'll come back and pick up the rest of those. Oh yeah, and that's right. I actually, because I went a bit berserk with the ice mining. I topped up a bit in the base as well, so I can probably steal some from that. As I said, I did some grinding for quite a while. So still do 2 loads though. There's the purple wasp. My beautiful transport ship. So we can put it straight in. Oh yeah, I forgot I put wings on it. So 21 days of power, that's awesome. So if we go to our oxygen generator, I keep forgetting its name's changed. and it'll start filling. So then I'll go straight to the oxygen generator, which is under here, and as you can see, I really went over the top. This is why I didn't want to put you through that, because it took so long to do. I'll dump some in there. You know, that might be enough. Well, look, we'll do one more trip, but we'll do that next time. We'll give this a bit of a chance to fill up, and we'll see you in the next episode. So I hope you can join me for that when we go and do a bit more exploring with the Purple Wasp. But until then, folks, as usual, take it easy and bye for now.